Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Last Minute Rundown. I'm Deviant Dario,
Infinite One.
and today we're gonna be talking about the latest death battle, Vegeta versus Thor. And we're gonna have fun with this one. We're finally gonna be talking about some guys we actually know about very well. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna start with Thor, and then we'll do Vegeta second. So we'll kick him off next. Here you go. Infinite One.
So Thor, son of Odin, brother of Loki, was a prince of Asgard?
Yep.
Prince of Asgard.
That's what the two got in common. They're both prince of their people, and they are loving it. Well, we're loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. He was living it. He's been in two death battles before between Raiden
And Wonder Woman.
and Wonder Woman, which he won against Raiden and lost against Wonder Woman.
Yeah, loss against
So,
God Killer, understandably.
and he won against Raiden. He arguably the greatest and mightiest defender, armed with Mjolnir. No, I'm sorry, armed with Jonathan.
What is the name of Thor's hammer?
Jonathan?
I love Paul Rudd. I can't not reference that.
Fair. I honestly keep on forgetting about that joke, and you just remind me.
Founding member of the Avengers on Earth 616, right? I think it's 616.
Yeah.
He's at least he's at least thousands of years old, because gods.
Yeah, their biology is a lot is a lot more complex and just better than normal human beings.
I'm trying to think of what kind of magic he has.
Well, I think the magic is
Like
more
that-
based off his equipment, really, because he himself basically can conjure lightning and thunder.
Repeatedly fought Hulk, Loki, Wrecker, and connected with the Thing, the Destroyer at its peak, and surpassed those who sit above in shadow, celestial beings who are as powerful compared to the Asgardians as they are to humans, and destroy the never-ending Ragnarok cycle that the nine realms were bound in forever, which had been created by the Celestials. I'm trying to think how fast he can travel, like how fast he is, because him throwing his hammer adds extra.
The hammer
speed and
alone,
flight
yeah, can
to
go
him.
like mad far real fast, but
He's very battle hardened, battle ready. So, and then let's go. Let me talk about his weapons. He has Mjolnir. We know the magical, the Uru Warhammer.
oh yeah,
Um,
and he's got
John
Stormbreaker.
John Bjorn, the battle axe with his Stormbreaker. Um, I don't know if they're gonna give him Odin's sword. I doubt it.
Nah, it's mainly gonna be his equipment because he's not gonna be using the other people's stuff.
Having his own John Bjorn turned against him. Printon recently lost his weapon. The arms. An arm made of Uru metal, the same as his axe and lost hammer. It is a dark black color. It resembles the arm of the destroyer. Eventually, in the far future, it is suggested that the All-Father Thor actually wears the arm of this metal guardian. It can draw strength from its wielder, and the wielder can in turn draw strength from the metal, making the Uru weapons like Mjolnir and Jonathan and Stormbreaker especially formidable. Then also we have Menjingord. I know I just butchered that. The magic power belt. Straight from Norse mythology, grants Thor immense strength, greater than his normal strength. Only been using it the most difficult of foes, but since he's used it, we're gonna give it to him anyway.
Oh, keep in mind once he's holding when he has Stormbreaker in his hand, which is his primary weapon, it can heal him. I mean, Mjolnir basically did the same thing to him at the end of the first Thor movie, and at towards the end of Endgame, that Stormbreaker did the exact same thing because he almost died just trying to make it, just by holding that part of that Dyson spear, just to get the sun aimed at the right spot so they can make the weapon. And it literally almost burnt him to a crisp. And then once they brought him over to Stormbreaker, he basically took about a good minute and was healed up and went straight to the fight. So he could use that as a healing mechanism because I can't imagine Stormbreaker being destroyed unless, who knows, unless it can handle, if it can't, assuming it can handle Hakai based attacks, but we'll get to that.
And unless Vegeta just breaks Stormbreaker, you know,
Yeah. I was
because it's
never
not like
sure. I was
it's.
never sure how Hela was able to destroy Mjolnir in the first place. I mean, granted, if anyone, assuming anyone hasn't seen the trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder, Jane, who is now the new has Thor's powers, actually you see the Mjolnir in her hand is this original one that was cracked. So
Yeah, because it's
granted, it
broken.
can yeah. So granted, it can be repaired. It was repaired.
How? That's what we're gonna spend $15 to see.
I know, it'll be worth it.
Really, anything else about Thor? You can go back and watch Thor and Raiden and Thor Wonder Woman. It's basically the same stuff they've covered before. They're just gonna use this because I don't think anything new of Thor has come out since. I could be 100% wrong on that.
All right. All right. So yeah. Thor's pretty straightforward, and let's just go straight to Vegeta. All right. So Vegeta, Prince of the Saiyans, Prince of one, two, three, four and a half, five and a half.
I'm thinking, and I'm counting Pan as a quarter, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. Oh yeah. True. Anyway, Vegeta is very fucking powerful. So just to catch everyone, I'm sure most of you guys are familiar what a Super Saiyan is and the other forms. You can become Super Saiyan, Super Vegeta, Super Saiyan 2. Never bothered with Super Saiyan 3. Went straight to God and Super Saiyan Blue, and of course his own version, Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, where it's a much more compressed and much more controlled version of the God aura, where you can tap into it real fast.
So technically five.
Yeah, in a sense.
Vegeta, Goku, Broly, Goten and Trunks are half, so that's four.
Oh yeah,
Pan
five and a quarter.
and Pan and Boa are a quarter, and then Gohan himself is half. So yeah, okay,
So yeah,
count
five.
that.
All right, cool.
Oh yeah, and six. Another one's Tarble, so seven.
Oh yeah, seven. Well, what do you know? Okay, so what form was I at? Oh yeah, so evolved, and on top of that, I want to add one more new form add to the rosters. Ultra Ego. Anyone who's not familiar with this is from the manga just recently, and we only just gotten a little bit of details on this, but it's just enough for him to use in the fight. So Ultra Ego is basically a technique of the gods, and of course it's something Beerus can use, because of course he fucking can. Um, Ultra
Well, it's
Ego
more of
is
God of destruction, and it's more of God of destruction technique anyway than an angel technique.
yeah, exactly. He only just happened to learn that because his teacher happened to know it. But then, again, off topic, Ultra Ego. Technically, it was called something else. Vegeta just called it that just to kind of make it his own, in a sense. Um, where he
Because he
basically,
has to keep up with Goku.
and he kind of is. He always does. So this form basically turns him into full-on berserk mode, where getting hit, it definitely the Zenkai boost on top of the form alone literally makes him more powerful every time he gets hit, and he won't even attempt to dodge. It's literally the opposite of Ultra Instinct.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
It's just full-on rage, attack, go, nonstop, and can be a bit of a problem because if when because once he's in this form, he literally is just let go. He is like a literal fucking animal. Like there's even a panel where he is just biting granola. Like yeah, he gets to bite the enemy. It's not just
Must be a good snack. Granola's very healthy for you.
mm-hmm. Yeah. That being said, once he's in that form, he can really put himself in danger real quick. So I would definitely advise this for Thor. When he's going against his form, he better aim for the fucking head. Because he will keep on going, Vegeta. He is taking blows. He has seen himself just bleeding from his freaking chest. He's like, you know what? Good. Just keeps on going. As long as he is breathing, still conscious, he will not stop. And even when he is knocked out of the form, he can instantly tap into it a lot faster than most of his other forms. He has enough battle experience to understand his opponent and know when to get them
Since
at the right.
birth,
Oh yeah,
pretty much.
he's a child soldier. And on top of Ultra Ego, he now can utilize God of Destruction energy, or Hakai. He can basically use multiple forms of it, like the Wave Hakai that's used on not Wave, like the telekinetic type of Hakai that Beerus uses on Zamasu, or the purple energy ball based stuff that Top or Topo uses in the show. Very dangerous energy, but literally anything that makes contact with it and doesn't have enough energy to counter it is immediately evaporated. Even spiritual energy. If you're a ghost hit by that, you're literally gone. Nothing survives. And Vegeta has been able to survive that against other destroyers, mainly Top. So Topo, who transformed during the Tournament of Power, tried using that type of power against his Akai based energy against Vegeta,
And did he
but
just like slap it away?
I think he slapped. No, he straight up punched through it. I don't know if he slapped it, but he definitely punched through it, and then punched Topo right in the face.
Bottom line, it didn't work.
But he had to use a ridiculous amount of God Ki, but he was also in his evolved blue form. Honestly, I liked when it was called Royal Blue. It fit him.
Damn, I loved it a lot.
I mean, annoyed that it's not official. It's definitely gonna be my favorite name.
Because it is a royal blue color.
It is, and before I forget, I kind of skipped a season where he learned a few other techniques. During the Moro season, he does meet up with the Yardrats, and he learns a couple new techniques. But first, he started to learn the understanding of spirit control, which is now something that we understand that Goku knows, since he had to understand this form of ki energy in order to use instant transmission, which is something Vegeta now knows how to use. Granted, he does not want to use it. He refuses to use it. It is something he does know, so
He
keep
only used it to get back to Earth in time to
yeah.
stop.
And even then, he's not that great at it because he keeps on screwing it up. But because of the spiritual energy and his experience with trying to use it, he's able to sense ki energy from much farther distances than normal, like galaxies away from where he is. So his key control is a lot more focused than normal. And on top of that, he basically learned himself a new technique by the art drive specifically for himself. And that technique is called Forced Spirit Fission, which basically allows the user to, whoever he's fighting, to break down anything that is using energy from an alternate borrowed source. Like, say, something that was fused or that was absorbed, or just, in short, if Goku tried to use a spirit bomb against him, Vegeta can literally just disperse the energy on demand.
So with that,
He's the
with those,
anti spirit bomb.
so with so like with the Uru gauntlets that Thor has, then he can use the power from the gauntlets. He can maybe, I don't know, because it's like a physical object.
Yeah, and Vegeta can
Because he can draw
use
power
the
from that.
technique while punching. He doesn't have to be like he can like while he's punching the person, he's utilizing the technique itself, even just holding his hand out to try to control it as if it was ki based energy. So he definitely has multiple ways of utilizing the technique. So as physically or key based.
You think his arm's gonna come into play later on in the fight?
Say again.
You think that he's gonna be holding his arm sometime during the?
Oh, of course. It's kind of a trademark at this point. Let's hopefully it just doesn't get broke. Oh God, if it gets cut off. Oh. Shh. Don't jinx it. 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 Okay. Also, the training in general with the Ardrats has multiplied his power in general, which makes sense because Goku basically got something similar after when getting home from after getting back to Earth from the Ardratians. So basically, Vegeta can just break down anyone's borrowed energy based anything, and will basically go berserk with his new form. Also, he does still know the final explosion, which he can utilize with his God Key energy, which will prevent him from breaking down his body because he used it during the Tournament of Power and literally survived if it was nothing, and was able to go right back into his royal blue form. All he did was lose the upper part of his armor, and that's about it. So it
And
does
hurt
make
his
him.
arm.
So it does make him somewhat vulnerable because he does still rely on his armor since it does help repel certain, I guess, bludgeoning and piercing based damage, at least to an extent. Because last time I checked, that Stormbreaker actually is pretty sharp. Like I think it actually was able to cut through I think Thor's own armor when Thanos used it against him for that quick second.
Yeah, it looked like he was going through it.
Yeah, so left a nice little mark there. So could it cut through Vegeta's armor? Most likely, because the thing has taken enough damage, and hell, his own key base energy is enough to destroy it anyway. And once he uses attacks like that that destroy the armor, and you know what? Plus, throughout the show, the armor almost always gets destroyed anyway. He's got infinite amounts of those. So the armor eventually is going to be gone anyway. So regardless,
All of Vegeta's techniques: dirty fireworks, final flash, big
yeah.
bang attack,
Oh yeah.
Gallic gun.
Galgun basically a quick charge base attack where he can just sneak at him. Final Flash is a long charge but ridiculously powerful base wave energy attack. Big Bang attack, his most popular one, where he just fires a massive energy ball that can basically leave a crater anywhere.
And then was like photon crasher. I don't know, it's just all the side
Yeah,
moves
that's
that he
more
has.
basic. The like his main attacks are the ones I mentioned that he's really going to be utilizing. And of course his most whenever he does get annoyed, he's probably going to do the one where he's just throwing like multi volleys at once thinking that's going to work.
Why won't you die?
Oh yeah, random. I doubt it was going to be used, but the Force Spirit Fission, excuse me, is also shown to be able to indirectly revive some of the dead. So I don't know how that works. So I'm guessing.
I think
Oh,
he,
so I'm guessing when the energy that was picked up, that was forced away from certain life forms. I guess once it's been returned back to it, I guess can.
yeah, because they did that with Namek when he diffused like the sum of Moro, his energy.
Mm-hmm.
It went back to New Namek, and they're like, "Oh wait, what happened? What's going on? We're alive."
That's true. I almost forgot about that. I get so focused on the latest part of the manga, I almost forgot about certain parts from the last chapter. Oh, that was so good. I really hope they bring the show back. They got so much good material to work with.
No, they are bringing it back. I don't know when.
Yeah, I know. That's what I meant to say. I'm just waiting. I think that's pretty much it on Vegeta. No real other equipment other than his armor,
Mm-hmm.
which will be gone. Alright, so that's about it. And I'm not gonna lie, I really cannot wait to see how this is going to play. I know I know people are gonna be biased about the decisions, and you know what? I'm really not. I am very mostly accepting about it, but who knows? We'll bitch about it in the comments later. So thank you guys for joining. I'm Deviant Dario,
Infinite One.
and you have a wonderful night.